Good morning. This week parasha is the Mussar, our parasha Acharei and Kedoshim. These two parashot this year are together. What should I say? We are living in a world that all Chachamim, or wise people, would not imagine something like that. All of a sudden, rapidly, the world turned to a world to be much different. A lot of times, Chachamim talk about Mashiach. A lot of times we learn in Navi. Navi tells us HaKadosh Baruch Hu turned over. We remember a Navi, that Navi brought the Nevuah. There was a famine for many years, and Navi said, tomorrow would be grain, very cheap, and everybody would have grain to buy. And somebody made mock of the Navi and said, what? How is it possible? How is it possible, Navi? Why don't you stop talking like that? It's nonsense. How could it be like that? He said, is it possible that HaKadosh Baruch Hu would open the gates of Shamayim and pour down grain? How is it possible? Why do you talk nonsense? The Navi told him, you should know. You're going to see that with your eyes, and you are not going to get benefit from it. You're going to die. And Navi says, it was like that, and that happened. HaKadosh Baruch Hu brought the bracha, all of a sudden changed everything, and people were rushing to go through, get food, and they step on this person, and he was killed. Now, what's the point of this Navi? Why do you have to know? A lot of things are written. It's not just written to be written. It's written to give us a lesson. A lot of times, we feel things are not possible. A lot of times, when Chazal tell us something that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to do that, bring Mashiach, Hashem turns over, Hashem gives bracha, Hashem gives blessing. A lot of times we see Chazal, we say, it's an exaggeration. At the end of the day, we are living the world of advertisement. We are very familiar with exaggeration. We are very familiar with introducing something to be very far away from what really it is. And sometimes we feel Chazal also, they mean the same thing. In this period of time, we have a different appreciation for Chazal. We have different appreciation with the word of Torah. We understand that the kingdom of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, if now we said something is going to happen, when we are waiting for Mashiach to come, and they tell us that right before Mashiach, HaKadosh Baruch Hu turns over the world. A lot of times, 6 months ago, 7 months ago, 8 months ago, one would think, how could HaKadosh Baruch Hu turn over all of the world? The world is so established. The technology is there. The economy is there. Everything is there. How is it possible? How is it possible? Now, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is showing us. This is what Chazal tell us when they saw the wolf or on the scene of the Tamikdash is going. All of the Chachamim saw that and cried. They said, see, what's happening? It's a terrible, it's a misery. Rabbi Akiva laughed, he was happy. Chachamim told him, Rabbi Akiva, you see such a sin. You are happy, you have to be sad. How could you be happy? Rabbi Akiva said something very deep. Something that understanding of that makes a person to realize how much he doesn't realize. Rabbi Akiva said, see, Chachamim, they brought us Nevuah that Sadeh Bicharesh, in other words, Sion would be Sadeh Bicharesh, Sion would be plowed, the Bet HaMikdash would be destroyed, and wolf would be there. At the time of Bet HaMikdash, everybody said, what? It's impossible. How could it be? The time is to establish, Baruch Hashem, everything is there. The Kedusha, the Tahara, the Nevuah. How is it possible? How is it possible? But it happened. Now, Rebbe Akiva said, from this thing that I see this happened, and that Nevuah became true, now I believe in all of the Nevuah that was said by the time of Mashiach. Every word, every letter would be established, and that's why I'm happy. Seeing it and watching this thing give me strength, give me faith to believe, to understand the other Nevuah. And that is what it is. Therefore, the parasha says, Kedoshim Tehyu. What does Kedoshim Tehyu mean? To be sanctified. What does sanctified means? The nation of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the nation of Hashem, lives with the Torah, with mitzvot, with the emunah of faith to Chachamim, emunah of faith to Nevi'im, Kedoshim Tehyu, sanctified. We cannot think, we cannot live, we cannot imagine the way that the Goy thinks, lives, and imagines. We are different. Our navigation in life is different. We are Kedoshim. Kedusha means we are connected to higher form of being. Our connection is higher than that. Kedoshim Tiyu Ki Kadoshani. Parasha says you should be holy. Why should you be holy? Because I'm holy. You want to connect to me, you have to see things above physicality, above all of these physical matters, taiva, jealousy, nikama, revenging. Once you elevate yourself, once you see things, elevate that I always remember this parasha like finding a roommate in the yeshiva. When you want to find a roommate in the yeshiva, it has to be like you. It's that somebody wants to go to sleep 10 o'clock at night, somebody wants to be up until 1 o'clock, 1:30, have parties in this room. They cannot be roommates together. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is saying, you want to be with me. The most important ingredient is that you should be Kadosh, be holy. You have to have a dignity for yourself. You have to be above these things. Once you are like that, once you think like that, then Taka, you are Kadosh, and we're going to join together, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu would be the protection of the world for all Ahad Israel.